Hello, everybody. Yep, sorry I had to push the string. I just wasn't feeling like doing it, when I rescheduled a lot. But this is the first Biscuit Monday live. It's the first best of Swiss Biscuit Sunday. So yeah, but some way the next Biscuit Mondays I'm just gonna be recorded. So yeah, there's gonna be another Biscuit Monday for a good long while. So yeah, I'm trying to just let me see. Next Monday is y'all going the 27th. So yeah, and that would be the Halloween one. So yeah, get excited for that because that's gonna be a long one. Because I've done a Halloween special week Monday since I think 2022. So yeah, been a long time today. I'm a Halloween special one, Spooky Scary Monday. So yeah. Anyways, I got 5 videos I could get through now. So I on this Spooky Sunday series. Also, because guess why I have to buy didn't do a bunch of this Spooky Sunday today. Like, come on. I thought he was, but it didn't for some reason. So I guess he's taking a freaking 5 months break for freaking Spooky Sunday for some reason. Ugh. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I got some scary ones for chat to, and I'm not wasting more time. Also, I know that Bussa did upload a new video. I'll get you onto that video on the live stream on Wednesday, I think. If they, I don't know when I can do my next one, I think of that. So y'all will probably get my next Bussa live after on Thursday. Probably to 2 videos, probably. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. Also, so I might I just supposed to hear in a little bit. So yeah. Anyways, I'm not gonna time because we have 7 fields to get to. So yeah, so I'm gonna go get the phone, so I'll pull it up, and then yeah. Gotta get a minute to load in. I gotta put on no speed. All right. Wait before it get loaded in here. Cheese rice soup. There we go. All right. All right, here we go. I got full screen myself. So there we go. All right. Is it good? Yeah, all right. Fourth field is gonna be KBS dinosaurs were made for more. That's how That's a false postal saying. I got to meet him again a little bit because I put no postal story. Here we go.
It was about 3 in the morning, and I was on my way to my job at my local McDonald's to open with one of my favorite managers there with me. She told me to text her when I got there so that she could let me inside. Once I pulled in, I noticed the man standing outside of his car in the farthest corner of the parking lot. I was really confused as to why this guy wasn't just sitting in his car. I then parked and texted my manager to let me inside. Seconds later, upon walking up to her, I say my usual good morning. I was stopped mid-sentence by her rushing me inside and saying, "Did you see that guy outside?" I told her yes, and she proceeded to help me refill sauces, napkins, and things like that. My manager then told me that she's going to check the security tapes just to make sure that everything during the period that led me into her office for whatever reason. She told me to look at the screen, and it showed that the same man was standing outside.
What the heck is he doing there?
The time was 12:47. She then fast-forwarded.
Oh, you can order anything at 3 a.m. because we thought they're closed at that time. Remember this one? Because I was thinking it gets back to this one in a long time, so I don't remember what happened.
To reveal that the man had been standing outside the entire time up until now. And at this point, it's about 3:50 a.m. I ran to the front lobby and I noticed him that maybe he could get breakfast.
Yeah, maybe.
I resumed filling sauces again and making sure everything was in working order until I was abruptly interrupted. That didn't seem to faze him as he continued to bang on the door. I walked away, figuring that he was just being an asshole, when suddenly I heard a loud crash. I ran to the lobby to see the glass manager and told her that we needed to leave through the back, and both called the cops. They arrived in about 15 minutes and came outside that he was hiding in his hand. So that's my story, and also the reason I'm never working early mornings again.
Yeah, I'm not. Whenever McDonald's, I'm like, work only mornings because, yeah. All right, there we go. It's back. Yeah, that one was really creepy. Yeah, I don't know why that dude was. Or I don't know. Maybe I got mad because gave him the wrong order. But that doesn't mean, you know. So yeah. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next one. Next one is a classic. Usually kind of like close catching your fracture, and I know it doesn't anymore. I'm supposed to get on Sundays. I got two. Jeez, I know it's just my figure school Chromebook man. I'll see it feels gonna be blocked. So sometimes I have to download the video. I don't know. I don't have to do that. Let me probably see on the screen. Maybe now it's good. All right, there we go. So yeah, Snarwood. I don't know if Snarwood. I don't know if Snarwood's quit Well, but this is my daily routine, and this one has a crazy plot twist. So yeah,
Engaged. Hey, I'm Sapphire.
it's something scary.
Want to hear something scary?
It is.
From cautionary tales about technology to creepy pastas that will keep you up at night, this next volume is all about the internet. Stories that have emerged thanks to the World Wide Web to be fiction. Our first chapter comes from the No Sleep subreddit, written by username Scarjo.
It's also the No Sleep subreddit.
Have you ever forgotten your phone? When did you realize you'd forgotten it?
Well, I don't have a phone.
The realization probably didn't dawn on you.
I would say that I have forgotten, you know. I have that I forgot things like today. When I went to school today, I used to take my AC laptop talk to me in school, you know, so I get taught to my school quote unquote while I'm there, you know, because we're dying. But I forgot to take it today. So yeah.
You spontaneously. More likely, you reached for your phone and were momentarily confused by it not being there. Then my phone's alarm woke me up as normal, but I realized the battery was lower than it while I showered instead of into my bag like normal. It was a momentary slip from the routine, but that was all it took. Once in the shower, my brain got back into the routine it follows every morning, and that was it. Forgotten. This wasn't just me being clumsy, as I later researched. This is a recognized brain function. Your brain doesn't just work on one level, it works on many. Like when you're walking somewhere, you think about your destination and avoiding hazards. But you don't think about keeping your legs moving properly. I wasn't thinking about regulating my breathing. I was thinking whether I should grab a coffee on the drive to work. I wasn't thinking about moving my breath there. If you have a break in your routine, your ability to remember and account for the break is only as good as your ability to stop your brain going into routine mode. But I didn't stop my brain entering routine mode. I got in the shower as normal, routine started, exception forgotten, autopilot engaged. I showered, I shaved. The radio forecast amazing weather. I gave Emily her breakfast and loaded her into the car. She was so adorable that morning. Didn't have my phone was on silently. Brain was in routine, and in the routine, my phone was in my bag. This is why I forgot my phone. Not clumsiness, not negligence, nothing more than my brain entering routine mode and overriding the exception. Autopilot engaged. I left for work. It's a swelteringly hot day already. The bad sun had been burning since before my traitorous shift over behind my driver's seat to get out of the glare. But I got to work, submitted the report, attended the morning meeting. It's not until I took a quick coffee break and reached for my phone that the illusion shattered. I did a mental reset. I remembered the dying battery. I remembered plugging it into the wall. I remembered leaving it there. My phone was on the counter. Autopilot disengaged.
Disengaged.
Again, therein lies the danger. That part of the brain in routine mode. The day continued to bake. The morning haze gave way to the relentless fever heat of the afternoon. People swapped coffees for iced smoothies, jackets discarded, sleeves rolled up, ties loosened, brows mopped. The park slowly filled with sunbathers and barbecues. Window frames threatened to warp. Still cursing myself for forgetting my phone, I drove home.
That was really
the day's heat had baked the inside of the car, crunching comfortingly under my tires. My wife greeted me at the door. Where's Emily? Fuck. As if the phone wasn't bad enough. After everything, I left Emily at the fucking daycare after all. I immediately sped back there and started practicing my excuses. wondering vainly if I could charm out. Due to vandalism overnight, please use side door. Today only. Overnight? What? The door was fine this morning. I froze. My knees shook. Vandals. A change in the routine. My phone was on the counter. I hadn't been here this morning. My phone was on the counter. I'd driven past because I was drinking my coffee. I'd not dropped Emily off. My phone was on the counter. She'd moved her seat. I hadn't seen her in the mirror. My phone was on the counter. She'd fallen asleep out of the bed. To drop her off. Baking sun. No air. No water. No power. No help. No help. Heat. A steering wheel too hot to touch. That smell. I walked to the car door. Numb. Shock. I opened the door. My phone was on the counter and my daughter was dead. Autopilot disengaged. Want something scary for your walls? We have a limited.
So, because shop series will again, I'll explain this. So he tried to start off at daycare, but he drove past the daycare. Wow, there's no subway that has some crazy freaking stories, man. I'm actually thinking of doing a video where I react to stories on the No Sleep Subway, because the No Sleep Subway has some of the crazy stories. So I don't know if y'all would want a video on that. There's another subway I think of doing. I feel to called Black Magic Effery. I used to react to stuff like that on my first time. I forgot to delete it. So yeah. I never do any 50-50, so don't even ask if that's even a thing anymore. So yeah, don't actually do that top too. But that was crazy. And yeah, we have one more snob here we'll get to in a little bit. I think that's his next video. Yeah. But such a snob Sapphire, quick crazy video, and yeah. I'm gonna wait for the next one to get loaded in. This next one is has a crazy animation. Let me pause it. Alright, so there we go for the next one. So of course I'll share my screen again. Alright, there we go. Alright. Alright, next up is After New Class Anime Still Film. This one has some great animation. It's actually one of Chris gets up a field challenge one of them. So it's because it's this one, Monster was released. We had to on the first best of basically Sunday I played. So either the first or the second one. I bet stuff's week Sunday. So yeah. But here we go. Yeah, probably did today in school. Jeez. It doesn't make me feel like I'm on drugs. Well, Sonic all grading master things. This Vietnam anime thing gets even more crazy. It's like neon. Jeez, yeah, this is. I can see why this one quits because it's faithless. Because the animation, man. Jeez, I forgot about that ending. Loaded in. Hold on, let me wait for the next one to get loaded in. Clicking and talk about that one. The next one is the second and last knowledge one. Oh. Yeah, up to. Yeah, that Mason that one was really cool. I really liked it. I don't know what it reminded me of. Almost reminded me of Cosmic Outlook, but then went really weird. So yeah, shout out to Oswald, and that's really hard to MC. So yeah. Alright, time to get to the next one. Alright. Next up is again the second and last knowledge one. We of course had the routine one for knowledge. This one is why does my family hate me? So here's something scary. There we go.
My family hates me.
The following story is based. I used to think my family hated me. Maybe hate is a strong word, but I definitely did not feel particularly well liked. I was my parents' least favorite compared to my two younger sisters. They just never seemed to want to be around me or talk to me. I thought I was being paranoid, but my parents' cold demeanor became more apparent when we moved into a new house. They gave me the room at the very end of a hallway, secluded and removed from everything else. They claimed it
Yeah, that's not suspicious.
was so I could have privacy. But I think they just wanted me far away. That room gave me the burning in the walls of my room. I couldn't make out everything they were saying, except for my name, the many times it came up. The next morning, I told my mom about the voices and that I thought the house might be haunted. You must have heard the pipes or something, she said dismissively. But I know what I heard, so I
Jeez.
decided to suck it up. I went to bed with such anxiety that night that I had an incredibly lucid and horrifying nightmare. I was strapped down to my bed, surrounded by dark figures who were chanting over and over. And I couldn't move or scream. I just laid there while these. The next morning at breakfast, I silently ate while my parents asked my sisters how school was going. Then Jamie, one of my sisters, turned to me. Are you still hearing things at night, Sissy? She asked. I was actually a little startled by the sudden attention on me.
Yeah, what? Why are y'all sounding curious? Before
I
y'all
actually
will
had
fix
a
this
pretty
now.
bad dream last night. There were people in my room or something.
So
My
no,
sister
y'all
then turned
probably
to look
didn't
at my
even hear all
parents.
that because I get a
I
lot.
felt like they were telepathically talking about me right in front of me. Then Jamie spoke again. Mom, you should give her that stuff to make her sleep better. My mom nodded. I was still taken aback by this sudden interest in helping me sleep better. So before bed that night, I swallowed the pill that my mom gave me. As an extra precaution, I gathered as many religious items from around the house: crucifixes, paintings, haunting Nick. Everything I had put up the night before was now on the ground, shattered in pieces. I knew my parents were not going to be happy, but I also felt like this was proof that there was something in my room. So I ran to tell my parents. There must have been an earthquake during the night, I guess, my mom said. There's items in my room. I spent that whole day crying in my room. Before bedtime, Jamie came in with her hands cupped in a ball. She hopped on my bed and opened her hands. Here, maybe Lulu will help you sleep tonight, she said. I glanced out the door and back at my sister. I thanked my sister and lay down to bed, snuggling Lulu in my hands. When I woke up the next morning, Lulu had moved. I felt around my pillows and blankets, but I couldn't find her. I realized it was an idiotic idea to fall asleep like that with a tiny animal.
Yeah. Why would you do
I
that?
figured she must have run out of my room under the door up and in the middle of breakfast. I couldn't let them know I had lost Lulu, so I decided to continue my search after I had a couple bites. But after swallowing one spoonful of cereal, I spit it out onto the table. I suddenly felt incredibly nauseous. I began dry heaving over the table until I coughed up a small, immediately stood up and began praying the Lord's Prayer. I felt dizzy and blacked out. When I came to, I was strapped on my bed with my family standing around me, sprinkling unknown substances all over me. What are you doing? What? The expressions of each of my family members turned to sadness. We don't hate you, Desiree, my dad said. We hate who you become at night.
Huh?
I don't understand. You've tried to kill each and every one of us in your sleep, my dad continued, multiple times. We're trying to help you, Sissy. Time I thought that I was being traumatized by a demon in my room, and I was the demon. My family didn't hate me. They're just afraid of me. And I think I am too.
Jeez. That one makes less sense than Deli because I understood that Deli routine one. But what's he like Prosecco? I would see because we only tried to kill a family. Like that's because no wait. See up to people says because no person would just randomly kill their family for no reason at all. I guess because they forgot it existed, but so I guess he ended up eating the hamster. But still had 200% people say. So I know what I'm going for safe familiar and say that house was haunted, and the family was literally down from to the house, and yeah. I so yes, now for those two videos, I like the routine one more than like because it made more sense. So yeah. And now we're into one from a very famous town, so famous that a film series has covered it. So yeah. And it's Crypt. Let's see. Alright, so how long has to be one time? I'll do one more personal saying, and then it should be good. That's the stream. So yeah. But here we go. Good TV. I'm not going to do it because I just want to hear a page thing and seems already almost, yep. Oh, how long that happens. So yeah. Here we go. Ice Cream Man, good TV. One, please. Here we go. But this one is some really cool. So there's one part where I think I got to put full screen on me. So yeah. Almost like ASMR. They're missing the tip of his finger for some weird reason. There it is. Come over there. ASMR, please. I like how there's no dialogue in this. Yeah, but I think it's about the part where I have to full screen it on me. And I find out what they're missing two different angles here in a minute. But y'all won't make it all see. Can they full screen on me faster, teased? I'm off. Yep. Didn't make me want to sew up. Okay, it's good now. There we go. The eyes can not even look good. Get in the freaking ACMR. That looks see, and look at they got somebody that was so on Peacock, like the same since of that's on the finance face review is insane. Start to screen so the next one can load in. Alright, 4 minutes. I might be more than 4 minutes, but I'm still here a little bit. I gotta take another post up, but good. There's some personal on mute. I do go. Yeah, that one was Lee told me, and that one part made me listen to how to full screen myself for because if I saw that yeah, there's even that's gonna take it down. So yeah. Alright, let's hear from Watching Entertainment, the goats. Yeah. So I have 2K was how wholesale for them. Then my playmate wholesale for them, which is quick 2-minute one. So yeah. And then I'll do it for the Tesla Frequency Monday. And then next week, okay, we'll be the Highway Special one. Then we continue from there. And I'm done with I'll be doing a Thanksgiving special one. But I'll be definitely doing a Christmas special space game like that. This is my first biggest game like that Christmas special. So and I'm just associated for that. Anyways, people, let's go on. Let's take the last one. True creepy stalker story. Animated. Wait for it. Alright, there we go. Let's get.
My name is Victor, and I'm 23 years old. I have a story that happened to me when I had bought the building. As many carpenters, we were working on Friday, which basically means that we started earlier the rest of the week, so we could go home early on Fridays, which means it was a lot of very early mornings. So one day, I was on my way to work at about 4:30 in the morning. I was walking the usual way to my bus. It was about 200 meters. By this time in the morning, it was still pitch black because it was winter and I live in Sweden.
Oh, it doesn't sound Swedish.
The forest was like a black hole. So I grabbed my phone and
I know this is new enough for this, and it's not that supposed to
away, and began walking the small path. About halfway on the path, I heard a cry.
So I'm gonna go do the last puzzle saying y'all have to give me a minute. Yeah, I wish they got at least on my sound street because yeah. So I'm gonna wait over this. Alright, let me see. Here y'all gotta give me a minute. So I'm gonna go do the personal saying. Yeah. I got to some more so I get a posting set up. Tomorrow y'all should get the next 2 Mythical Races. Burn it down and pick up a small town. So yeah. Because I'm starting to feel better. Sometimes I've been home that much today, so yeah. So tomorrow you also get those 2 Mythical Races. You want to take them out of K Races. This Thursday I'll get a reaction straight to the witness that came out today. I said no. Y'all, I'm probably going to do those 2 Mythical Races because I've been doing that thing to a 6 stream on there. That's the guy. Let's see if I got count channel. I'm mostly all day tomorrow, so yeah, y'all will probably get the next Mythical Races on Friday. So yeah. So y'all won't get anything tomorrow. Then we'll take my next. I think the US sin 12 has I think that's when I see 12. Yeah. Reaction. Then so see I get my recipe. So put if you had the fire get my to the next step. See what if you ask on which image for your recipe poll. Then see we go from there. Let me get this. Send out. Give me a minute. My people. There we go. All right. You guys send it out so I can go and close that out. And yeah. Not to let's have for a sound. And once you hear the sound, I'm gonna go ahead and mute. All right, for now, we're good to go ahead and continue the video. Hopefully, not big because again, this is almost at an hour. There we go. I was going to continue this.
Crackling noise again, but this time it was much closer. I had always been a little paranoid in the dark, but was trying to get over it. But I began walking a little faster anyway, keeping an eye behind me the whole time. When I arrived at the bus station, I sat down.
No, you won't. You experience.
I saw 50 a man standing behind a tree, right under a streetlight, about 10 meters to the right of the path, and he was clearly watching me. He was wearing black pants and an old light blue, almost pastel-colored jacket, like it was from the 80s. I felt a bit sick when I realized he was watching me. Even relief when I sat beside my window. I quickly looked at the
It's
side
the man.
and saw an arm reaching up to my window waving at me, and the arm was wearing a light blue jacket. I didn't have time to see his face because he was wearing a hood, and the bus had already taken off. On the way down to downtown, I tried not to think about the man, but it was so hard because it was so weird. And something like that had never happened to me before. I eventually came close in my gear. It was really close to my bus stop, so it only took me maybe about 5 minutes. I grabbed my key and was about to put it in the keyhole when I saw in the corner of my eye, peeking out from the building's corner, that man in the light blue jacket standing, looking at me. I quickly unlocked the door, ran inside, locked it behind me. After that, it was 2 more doors. Both needed an access card, so nobody without the card could get inside. After the first door, there was no way I could think of how he could have got down here so fast. I put on. It was completely quiet in the room. It felt like hours before my coworkers showed up. When they finally showed up, I felt the best feeling in a long time. When it was time to get started with working, we began walking towards the elevator that led up to the top floor, which we were currently working on. When we arrived at the top top floor in the locker.
Oh,
So
of
I
course.
took the
it
elevator
did.
down, went through the 2 doors, and got my head open. I froze.
Okay, how do you know
I
my
looked down the
name?
hallway and saw the same man, the same light blue jacket. He was standing there looking at me. Then he said something I will never forget. You look so peaceful when you sleep, Victor. He
Okay,
said in a
can
deep
you
but
stop
shaking
stalking
voice.
me?
I felt my whole world shake. The bus got to the top. I ran to the others and told them what happened. They just laughed at me and thought I was silly, saying that nobody can get in there without a card. I planned to call the police, but I didn't for some reason.
Oh,
Probably
come.
because
Why?
I didn't want to look like a coward in front of the others.
Don't be so
Eventually,
make out.
I
Get
never
free
saw
and
that man
safe.
again. I don't know if I was hallucinating.
You
No
were
idea.
hallucinating.
Always sleep with my curtains down. Even
Stop saying screen one more time so the last video can get loaded in. All right, there we go. Yeah, I was telling so say because like the guy said, his work friend said, he couldn't get up there without a key card. So he was just hallucinating and probably really tired. So yeah, but please don't stalk people. Please like food. And I know they call it cops. Well, if we got cops was hallucinating, then yeah, that would be embarrassing. So yeah, it's all right. But I'm pretty sure let me tell you thing. It's gonna happen. It's his last video. It's a quick 1 to 2 minutes. Also from Monster Entertainment, my Playmate Horror Story animated. Which is also called my Facebook Playmate. So yeah. So last one, and that'll do it for this Brisket Monday. Alright.
When I was 8 years old,
Continue
I
on.
didn't have any friends. My mom wouldn't allow me to play outside with the other kids in our neighborhood. I was always I got my dolls and other toys and was excited to play with the kids outside. When I got there, no one wanted to play with me. The attempt was
that
useless, but
sucks.
then someone approached me. He had puppy, though he ready for my dolls. He also invited me to play at his house. I was confused because his house was abandoned. Like it hadn't been cleaned up for almost
I'm gonna say that I
12
was at my ass
years.
too.
We decided to
No,
go
I was
play
out,
in
but
his
that house
garden.
looks suspicious.
When we
Yeah.
got there, I puked. I didn't know why at the time, but for some reason, I was disgusted. He didn't offer me water or anything. He just looked at me grinning and said, "Next time, you're going to sleep here too." 2 weeks. I opened it. It was 9 years ago. I ran to my window. I looked at it closely, and I'm 19 years old, and I still remember that part of my childhood so clearly.
Okay, yeah, let me wait for the next video load in. then I'll talk about the last one. All right, wait for it to get loaded in. All right, there we go. Yeah. So the boy went missing. That was the idea of missing Halloween. Not basically a while before, because also another because gets some reaction on the Space Sunday series. So yeah. Yeah, so we're talking to a missing person. So either she found a missing person, or well, that's like a thing that she found a missing person. Because sometimes I was limits for 9 years. They say that he died or anything, but yeah. Anyways, that's it. Let's see. What was my favorite one we had to? Probably the day with Timon because of the crazy plot twist. Since I just novel. Actually, no. I think that's be down in the class one. I said it's been cool animation. So yeah. So we can have it to be Queen McDonald's supposed to do it for more than day with Teen. First novel. Then One Piece for TV. Two Queen Jose from Watch Entertainment. Then my payment Jose from Watch Entertainment. So yeah. There you go. Next week is King Monday. Gonna be having specials. We'll see you for that. Gonna be big 40+ minute one. And you're gonna sit down, have a good time. And yeah. I was gonna record Halloween, but I could be gone this way 1st October, so I'm way to record for you saying. So yeah. Actually, you know what? No, because I told you first year on Friday, so I basically skip Friday next week Monday. So dang it. Well, I get because Halloween fall on Monday this year. Dang it. Anyways, y'all must watch it again. About my schedule this week tomorrow, y'all getting saying they went here come last to see a trophy action. So here come out to the y'all get reaction to the news that Blizzard Fear came out today. The fire came next to Mythic Fear reactions. Then I think Sayo okay the last human fear at so the Mythic Fear at the post. So yeah. Anyways, y'all must watch it and get to subscribe. And yeah, guys will stay and I'll talk to y'all again soon. Deuces.